I have some boxes, and inside are some of the brand new LEGO Marvel sets for August 2024 that we'll be building and taking a look at in this video. Leave a like if you enjoy it, and let's get into it. First up is the Iron Legion vs Hydra Soldier from Avengers Age of Ultron. Opening it up, we've got two plastic bags and an instruction sheet, making for a quick and enjoyable building experience. The finished product is taken straight from the opening scene of the movie, depicting a part of a Hydra fortress in Sokovia. It uses white plates to represent the snowy landscape, with some dark green leaves adding a bit of life to the scene. The fortress has two small towers with slopes and mason bricks giving them some nice texturing, and I also really like the teeth pieces used to add some snow splash to them both. On top of each tower is a large turret, each one with two guns firing purple blasts and able to rotate 360 degrees. In between the towers is another turret, which can move from side to side and also up and down. There's a printed control panel on this one, with space for someone to stand behind it, and this one uses stud shooters so we can actually fire at the enemy. At the back, you can stand minifigures with guns pointing through the windows to add even more firepower as well. And there's also a stud on the side to store a weapon when it's not being used. I really don't have any issues with this one. It's small, but it does everything it needs to. It's a perfect battle pack build, and something you can easily buy more of to build up a bigger Hydra base if you want. As well as the build, we get 4 minifigures. First of all, a Hydra Soldier, who is equipped with a stud gun of his own. His legs are a plain grey sadly, but the torso detailing is really well done. It's similar to the 2015 minifigure design with that golden purple chitauri exosuit, but I definitely think it's an improvement over the old figures. The Hydra symbol on the back is also much better. The face is now fully covered with a purple visor and grey face mask, and under the white helmet there's a bit more detail to the back as well. Definitely a pretty good army building figure. I just wish we got more of them, since this is, a battle pack type set. Next we have Iron Man in his Mark 43 armour. The third time LEGO have made this armour now. He's got a power blast and blue thrusters in his feet. This leg design is quite different to the previous figures, with foot printing, more golden red and less grey. The torso print has more bright red on it as well, adding a bit more detail compared to the older figures, and I think it works well, making things pop a little bit more. And that carries around to the back print as well. His helmet is the newer style with the flatter face, which can still open up to reveal Tony's heads-up display below. The other side of course has a regular Tony Stark face. I do prefer the original helmet though, with its textured faceplate, and I think this figure looks a lot better with it on. Finally, it's the Iron Legionnaires making a grand return after 9 years. We get 2, and they're both identical. The detail to the torso and legs is a huge improvement. I love the way these have turned out, creating these blue and white robot sentries with even more great detail to the back. They're missing the Avengers symbol on their legs, but that's a minor nitpick. The helmets have a simple gold face print with plain blue heads below them. Again, I do prefer the helmets they had in 2015, but these figures are still brilliant, and it's great to get them in a cheap set like this. Both come with blue thrusters in the hands and feet of course, and you get quite a few spare ones in the set as well. Overall then, this is really good. For $20 and 135 pieces, you get a brilliant build and 4 really good minifigures. It would have been a better battle pack if Iron Man were replaced by another Hydra Soldier, giving us 2 generic heroes and 2 generic villains, but I understand why he's here. Iron Man is popular, and this is a cheap way to get him. With that out of the way, we can get on to the Avengers vs the Leviathan from the first Avengers movie. Inside the box we've got 3 paper bags this time, which is really nice to see, and the instructions. This was another fun one to put together, with all the sections of the Leviathan snapping together with Mixeldron. I really like the finished product. It sits on 2 clear stands and has a nice golden dark tan colour scheme for the armour, textured with lots of wedges and spikes on the top of the body. The Leviathan's flesh is grey, covered by all of these golden claw pieces attached to each segment of the body. Because of the mixel joints, the body can sway from side to side, letting you get some nice poses with it. It's not really intended, but you can also pop one of the mixel joints off on each segment to get some up and down motion too, which is definitely something a creature like this needs. All of the fins attach with mixel joints as well, so you can move those around however you like. The back fins are the smallest, right in front of the tail, with another pair in the middle and the biggest pair at the front. The segment here has huge armour covering the top, with golden stud shooters at the front built in to fire purple studs at the Avengers. There are also 4 studs here for a minifigure to sit if you want. And right at the front we've got the head. You can move it around as much as you need thanks to the ball joint, and it's got lots of golden teeth in the large opening jaw. It can open up really wide as well to grab hold of minifigures. The joint isn't strong enough to hold it up though, so it does flop down, which is unfortunate. All in all though, this is a really good build and quite a bit different to the one from the Avengers Tower. As well as the Leviathan, there are 4 minifigures and a big fig here. None of them are exclusive, but they're all new to me. First we've got Captain America, equipped with his iconic shield. Low leg print because only CMF Captain Americas get that, but the torso is good and he's got 2 face prints below the helmet. This is also the cheapest set with this Captain America minifigure, so that is another bonus. Black Widow is pulled straight from the Avengers Tower with the new leg printing, and I love the arm print with the shield symbols and her wrist gauntlets. She's got the Jin Erso face print, which I guess works well enough. This is easily the best Black Widow minifigure there has been, I think, and she's got a stud gun for fighting. The Chitauri Soldier is an obvious inclusion. It's got a big gun, no leg print, but really good detail on the torso, face, and the back. Always great to see these guys. Loki is yet another wonderful minifigure, equipped with the Tesseract and his scepter. The torso and leg print perfectly captures his outfit from the movie, and below the new rubbery cape piece is a bit of back print. I really like how easy it is to take the cape off and put it back on, just pushing it around the shoulders like so. He's got his big golden helmet with those giant horns, and below it is a cheeky Loki smile and a masked up face. His hairpiece sadly isn't included in the set, likely for the simple reason that it just doesn't fit with the new cape piece. The Hulk is incredible.
Say that again?
This mean green smashing machine has grey shorts, and the body is exactly the same as the figure from Avengers Tower, complete with the 4 studs on the back for attaching things. This Hulk has a removable head, so just like minifigures, it can turn from side to side, and the hair is also removable too. The angry face is brand new, but also not exclusive. I'm really glad that this new Hulk showed up outside the tower so soon though. So this is another good set, and given their role in Avengers and Avengers Endgame, I'm honestly surprised it took this long to get one as its own set. It is a tad pricey though. At $50, you get just 347 pieces, and while the 4 minifigures and Big Fig do make up for it a little, I would have liked to have seen another minifigure, maybe a second Chitauri Soldier. Just for comparison's sake, for the same price you can get this Ninjago Tournament Battle Arena, which is so much bigger and has more minifigures. Granted, it's a non-licensed theme, but still, the difference is night and day. Now for the final Avengers set, the Avengers Assemble Age of Ultron, the biggest of the bunch. With 613 pieces, we've got 6 paper bags, the instructions, and Hulk's body, with the build taking just over an hour to complete. The finished product, of course, recreates the team-up pose from the start of the movie, and I'll show you just how you make that at the end. For now though, let's get all the minifigs out of the way and look at the build itself. First of all, there's a blue motorbike for Captain America to ride. He just slots on here with some handlebars to hold onto. And there's also a black car, which I think is much better than the 2015 one. At the front, there's a pickaxe and shovel, but no windscreen. It's 6 studs wide with space for 2 minifigures to sit here, with a steering wheel, gear stick, and printed speedometer. The back is pretty empty, but we've got some brown backpacks attached, and the frame can lift open like so if you want to make the car a bit more battle damaged. There are some red lights at the back, and of course it can go roll off on its own adventures as well. With the car out of the way, we're left with a snowy forest environment with one big central section and 2 smaller ones that plug in with Technic axles. It's all built on top of black plates, which add a nice border to the set. The first plug-in section features a Hydra bunker. On top, there's a rotating gun with stud shooters, and the bunker is hollowed out for a minifigure to hide in. I love the use of the mailbox piece here as a viewing area for soldiers, and there's also a small pine tree next to it. Once again, using the new fern pieces in dark green and white for that snow-capped tree look. It just sits on a jumper plate though, so it is really easy to knock it over. The main play feature here is to use the Hulk to smash down on this white tile, which blows the bunker apart like so. It just throws the front piece off, but it works well and makes for some good Hulk smashing action. It just attaches back on like so, ready to go again. The other section has a big tower sat in the snow. This makes great use of those roller coaster tracks to both hold the thing up and represent ladders for minifigures to climb up with, and also allows for this orange explosion piece to be clipped on. At the top is a simple lookout area with sandbags made from round plates and tiles for Hydra Soldiers to hide behind. It's simple, but it's effective. You can plug these into either side of the main build, or you can keep them apart and put them wherever you want. The biggest segment is pretty basic. It's mostly just white plates for the snowy floor, but there are a few dish pieces adding some nice snow mounds for trees to attach to. There are 4 trees here. This one is the same as the bunker tree. This one close to it is sat at an angle with bars for things to attach to the trunk and brighter green leaves at the top. Over here is another smaller one also falling down, and the biggest tree. The trunk is nice and thick with more leaves and bigger leaves around the top. And lastly, there are 3 anti-tank defences which block the way and clip to the base with those action pose pieces to get them at an angle. The full build itself is pretty empty. There really isn't that much here when all of the figures are removed. So just how do you make that iconic team-up pose? First of all, these 2 clear pieces attached to the car, with one behind the wheel for Black Widow and one in the back for Hawkeye. Then put these clear bricks in the middle with a hinge to attach the car at an angle. You plug this one into the tower below the explosion for Thor to be mid-flight. Next, attach these clear bricks to this snow mound for Captain America's bike, and these bricks here for the Hulk, who is also on a hinge to change his angle. Over here, you can put a Hydra Soldier to oppose them, and finally, this clear piece clips onto the big tree with Iron Man's thrusters plugging him into it. And there you have it, the main gimmick of this set, and I have to say it does look really good with all the heroes mid-air like this, really helping fill out the scene. Of course you can put the pieces wherever you want as well for other poses, but the main build here is the big Assemble team up. Anyway, now we've seen them in action, let's take a closer look at those minifigs. First of all, we've got Iron Man in his Mark 43 armour and 3 Hydra Soldiers, all identical to the first set we looked at, but with white stud guns now. Iron Man's hand thrusters use more studs so they can attach to the action pose pieces, and one of the Hydra Soldiers has the Chitauri jetpack as well. Black Widow is in her updated Age of Ultron suit with a gunmetal torso piece and some nice backprint. The face and hair are the same as the other one, obviously, and she gets a proper gun piece this time rather than a stud shooter. Hawkeye is brand new with much better leg printing than the 2015 figure, and I'm glad to see the CMF hair return again, though the generic face print is a bit disappointing. He's got a black quiver covering up a bit of back print, and he wields a black bow as well. Captain America once again has no leg print, and the torso is as good as it needs to be. His helmet covers up a stern face with brown straps and a happy face without them, and I definitely think this is better than the other Cap face, which is printed on a blue head. He's got a clip on his back to attach the shield with great back print below it. It's similar to the 2015 figure obviously, but yeah, that special helmet piece really does make a difference, such an improvement. Thor's got plain legs as well, but a well detailed torso, and the new cape piece like Loki, this time in red, which covers up some back print. And the face of course is the endgame face we've had since 2021. I'd have liked to have seen the Qui-Gon Jinn hairpiece make a return since that is more accurate to his Age of Ultron style, but again, it just doesn't fit with the new cape. Quite a bit different to the 2015 figure since they just reused the Thor from the Infinity Saga Avengers sets. His hammer also has this huge lightning piece attached to it to show its powers. Finally, it's another Hulk Big Fig. His face and hair are identical to the Leviathan Hulk, which is okay. A different face would have been nice since they're now interchangeable, but at least it's a good angry face. The print for his stretchy Avengers shorts is exclusive, in blue with some purple print on, quite a contrast to the bright purple the 2015 figure had. So for $100 you get all of this, which to be honest is quite steep. Granted, you do get 8 minifigures and a big fig, giving you all 6 of the original Avengers, which is great to see, but even with all that considered, it is still by far the most overpriced of all the sets in this video. It's a good set, but that price is going to put a lot of people off, which is a shame. So with 3 sets from the first 2 Avengers movies, there's a lot of great stuff here for fans to enjoy. Though given 2 of these are from Age of Ultron, it is quite funny that they're both from scenes without him. All in all though, I'm happy with how these turned out. The final set I got is Thor vs Surtur. I'm really excited for this one, but I'm going to save it for another video, taking a look at it alongside the other Thor Ragnarok sets from 2017. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it, and I'll see you soon.